Word problems. And these word problems, boys and girls, the book calls them, and if you're a farmer, the book calls these word problems about combining. Right, Trevor? Like how much you can combine it? Actually, though, that was a little pun that most people don't get. It's about combining, not combining. Though they're spelled the same way. Combining. Now, if you think about it, if you're combining things, if you think there's a math problem about combining things, like let's say Bob has 8 marbles. Sam has 7 marbles. We do have a Sam that on. If they combine them, what type of problem do you suppose that is? When you're putting things together, starts off easy, Ethan, and it's yeah. These ones about combining are addition problems. But please understand this. This is where it gets a little quirky. Not always are addition story problems solved by adding. Which makes you slightly confused, but you'll kind of catch this here. Just make a note to yourself. Note to self. You can put this in little, the little bubble that is used for when you're thinking to yourself. They're not always solved by adding. See, today we're thinking a little bit outside of the box. I'm not sure what box we've ever been in, but if you think outside of it, usually good things happen. Here is what we call the pattern for addition word problems about combining. And by pattern, they just mean kind of a generic form that you plug numbers into. And really, they look like this. You start off with some, and then you add some more, and guess what you get? Your total. So if sometime the book asks you about a sum and some more problem, this is what they're talking about. They're talking about combining, putting some things together, and getting a total. Okay? And the reason the book puts it right here, if you remember, I think hold on a second. Let me turn my machine way back here. We just did in lesson number 10, our last one was called missing addends. Remember? Well, sometimes when you do one of these sum and some more problems, you're missing either the sum and the sum more. If you remember, in our missing addend problems, if you had like 34 plus the letter n equals 45, how did we solve that problem? We subtract it. So like I said, sometimes a sum and some more combining problem gets done by some. Let's do this just for fun. How many of you think if you were given that, sometimes the board does its own stuff. Here, check this out too. This is the beauty of all this. Notice how I don't have much space there? Look how much space I got now. If you have this problem here, could you tell me a story problem that would fit this? Could you tell me, make up your own story problem where you start with 34, add something you don't know to it, but you end up with 45. I've got one in my mind. Ethan, what story problem could you use?
There are 34 snowballs and Bob comes over and he already has more snowballs packed and ready.
Well, I think you're right there. Okay, let's say who had 34 snowballs?
3 people.
Wait.
And
Let's just make it one person have the third. Who'd you say, Bob? Did you say Bob?
Yeah.
All right, let's say Bob started with 34 snowballs. Bob started with 34 snowballs. Somebody go any farther than that? Then what happened? Then what would happen? Ellie? You can make up a name. Chloe. Wow, Chloe. Chloe. How does Chloe contribute to our problem? What does she do? Okay, let's say Chloe gave Bob some snowballs. How would the problem end? How would the problem end? River?
how many does Bob have now?
Well, no, we still gotta put the 45. I don't see 45 in here. We need a 45 in there. Ephraim?
Altogether, he has 45, so how much?
Bob ended up with 45 snowballs, 45 total. And then the question would be, what's the question I'm gonna ask? What would the final question be? Let's start from, Bob started with 34 snowballs, Chloe gave Bob some more, Bob ended up with 45, and our final question is?
How many snowballs does Bob have now?
No, we already know Bob has 45 now.
How many snowballs did Chloe give?
There you go. How many did Chloe give Bob? And this is that example of, it's an addition, a sum, you add some more to it, you get a total. It's an addition pattern problem, but to solve this, what am I going to do? Well, first of all, you think of an easy problem. 6 plus 1 is 8. That's what we, oh, sorry, 6 plus 1 is 7. You're missing that middle number there. What do you do with 6 and 7 to get 1? Subtract. So that's what you'll do here. To figure out, the letter M stands for, we should have put C there for Chloe. How many Chloe gave them? You take 45 minus your 34. How many snowballs did Chloe give? 11 snowballs. And the reason we kind of do it this way, because the book will ask you to write a sum and some more problem. And I don't just care that you can get the right answer, I care that you can kind of see the pattern there. Because when you can see the pattern for the really easy ones, it makes it easier to see the pattern for the really hard ones. Now, how big do you suppose this is if I shrink it back down to starting size?
Like super small.
Well,
you can still read.
Oh, you kind of, you kind
Bob
of.
started with
Oh, yeah. Write this problem down. Here, let's do this one. Now, not always is that case. Sometimes it will be an addition problem there. Okay, here's one. Tommy wants to buy a camera. Tommy wants to buy a camera. Who knows what kind it is? Nobody, you know what? Nobody buys cameras anymore. It should say Tommy wants to buy a phone. Let's change that. Just to make it more applicable to your life.
I don't have a phone.
has, write this down, $24, I should make it 124, but we're gonna make the numbers easy. Cause no phone is ever gonna be able to be bought with the amount of money Tommy's gonna have.
Yeah.
He has $24, the camera, I lost my place here, the camera costs $41. The phone, I'm sorry, the phone cost $41. How much does Tommy need? Now, here's my challenge to you. Okay, you're looking at this and you know, most people when they read this know that it's going to be subtraction to solve it, just because. But we want to write this as a sum plus some more equals a total problem. How would you do that plus some and some more? Well, how would that end up working, do you know? For example, Tommy starts with some money, he needs some more money to get to his total amount of money. So what numbers would go where? What would be the sum money that he has? What number is the sum money? Or is that, do we not know how much he starts with? Do we not know how much more he needs, or do we not know what the total is? John, what's his sum money?
$24.
He has some money, he starts with some money. He needs to add more money to it. How much more money does he need to add? That's what we don't know. So in math, we pick, well, see, I'm not worried about the answer yet, Connor. We pick a letter to stand for that. What letter would I use that would be a smart idea? Money is in, well, we want to make it relatable. Money is in dollars, so you could go plus how many dollars. How much money does he need to end with? How much money does he need total? 41. So this is much more important to me than you telling me the exact answer, because when I see this, I know you understand the whole pattern of a sum and some more problem. Now, how do we solve that? Yes, when we're missing that there, you think of an easy problem, 6 plus 4 is 10. If you're missing the middle, you subtract, so I'm gonna take 41, subtract 24. And for the phone, it must be a flip phone.
I love
$17 is what he I think we should do a little maybe. Hey, one more, and I'll let you see if you can write me. I want you to write me the sum and some more equation, the pattern part of this one. How about this one? Tim scored 21 points in the game. The first half, he scored 13 points. The first half, he scored 13 points. How many points did Tim score in the second half? I want you to write me down the sum and some more pattern, the sum and some equation that'll have a letter in it. And then after that you can solve it. You've only got 10 minutes left. If at least half of you get it right, I'll only give you half of the assignment.
Oh, okay.
So I don't care about the answer as much as I care about the equation that you write for, he had some, he added some more to it, and he got a total. See if you can write me, and just, when you get that pattern part, I want you to write that down and circle it, so when I walk around I can see it. How would that work as a sum and some more? I don't care about the answer, I want the pattern part of the problem. Which one is it? I want the pattern part of it, not so much the answer as what the pattern would look like. some plus some more. Some plus some more. S'mores are good, by the way, too.
S'mores are awesome.
I had s'mores yesterday.
Some plus some more. Give me, circle me where you, what you use, there should be a letter somewhere in the problem. You guys are smarter than any other fifth grade class I have this year.
Really? Wait,
We're the only fifth grade class.
Again, you started with some, you add some more to it to get a total. Probably good, maybe fill in the blank with your total first, because you know what the total should be, how many total points. There's usually a word out there that says how many total points. How many did you start with? How many more do you add to it? Again, I don't care about the answer, I do care about this part. That's the part I have. Show me the pattern problem part, where the letter is. That's what I want, circle, where the letter is. One that has the letter. Yeah, that's exactly. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, indeed. Okay, so here's how it looks. He started with some points. He had some more points. And he ended up with total points. So if you fill in the blanks with that, how many points did he start with? Well, he started with 13 in that first half. We don't know how many points he scored in the second half, that's our question. Some of you were very wise and you said, well, since we're talking about points, let's use the letter P. You didn't have to, you could have used any letter, but that helps remember. And then you ended up with 21 points. This part here was what I was really looking for. Then if you did the math, again, you think of an easy problem, 5 plus 2 is 7, miss in the middle, you subtract. 21 minus 13. The letter P, how many points did he score second half would be 8. And these two are equally important, and I think just about everybody got that. So, we're going to stop there.